It's the reflector. Here to reflect what you choose to neglect. Hold on, dude. You join my goddamn hotspot. Since there ain't no fucking. Alright, what it is, y'all. Look, get straight to the fucking point. Straight to the point. So, mental slavery, right? Let's reflect. All right, happy new moon, y'all, today for sure. You know, wherever area you got this type of these type of times of the zodiac, because you know zodiac is just the time period of Virgo. Since the new moon is in Virgo, the sun is in Virgo, and then we can't see. There's the moon transit is exactly where the sun is right now, basically in the same sign. So that means it's new because we can't see no reflection if we're completely facing like the sun, basically. You know what I'm saying? You can't when you facing a light, you can't see no reflection. You can't see no shadow. So yeah, open for newness. You feel me? Shout out to the new moon. Powerful sign, Virgo. All right, so mental slavery, right? This kind of gonna have something to do with it because anytime you're in your mental, that can turn into a routine where you start thinking of the same things over and over. So it can be over a span of hours thinking certain things, minutes, all the way up to like weeks and months that you routinely think things. And remember, whatever comes back around to you, whatever cycles back around to you, it's up to you to even be paying attention to that as an observer, as a person yourself, to even agree to those terms and conditions as far as that thought you once had, which is coming back to, because what goes around comes around. It comes back for you to resonate with it. So that can be all the way down to you thought about goddamn getting your fucking dog something to eat or some treat you was gonna give them, and it kind of that hits you again maybe the next month because maybe you already got it and you gotta like get more, or maybe it's a situation where it's like, oh shit, like I forgot I said this at one point, let me do it, you know. So you know what I'm saying. So that's how you know. So take that into anything, and I just wanted to tie that to like, you know, the Virgo energy, which is adaptability to your own way of thinking and what's around you. So it's ultimately you adjusting yourself to provide for the environment, or as far as what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So like that's like a mentality as far as constant patterns, constant rotation, constant routine. You know what I'm saying? And so this is when we get into mental slavery. Because if we all have this ability to do this, it's not like I'm saying everybody does this. I'm saying everybody got that energy in them. This is actually how we conduct reality, actually, but to a very detailed degree. You routinely know when you go to this environment, you adapt yourself in this way, type shit. And this is why you need to know astrology, because the way I explain it might not be the same area you use that type of time period energy, zodiac sign. So like me, it might appear like I'm personally saying that, or I'm initially saying things like this, or I have, and I correct and I try to adjust everything that I value or I have to share with other people, have something to say. You might have it where it has something to do with you learning or something. You might have to adjust your morality. You might have to learn more, expand, go through more experience, you know. Anyway, shout out to my consultations and shout out to my readings. You'll know more if you go to them readings. You'll know more if you go to them readings. Wasn't trying to burn right. So you know, anytime we talk about the mental, that's everything that you basically imagine. That's like, it's almost like the subconscious realm. It's almost like the metaphysical realm. All that good stuff. So, us talking about that, right? This is basically, like I said, anytime you're daydreaming, anytime, or you're rationally thinking. Everybody has their own element, their own nature of how they conduct. So gain energy or use energy when it comes to their own mind. The things that they mind. Other people might mind things that you might not even mind or even be aware of. So as one person can be aware of, let's talk about dogs. One person can be aware of that this certain type of dog breed might bite. I mean, might mind of a dog biting because it's a certain dog breed. Like, so they actually think about it. They felt about it. They got experience. They can travel in the past, aka their consciousness, water, connection. You know what I'm saying? Whether it happened 2 seconds ago or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I try to travel in my mind to talk about what I first started talking about, which was New Moon and Virgo, that's a form of your mental, and that's a form of you going in the past, aka going in the water. Sometimes the past can be dried up earth, but that earth derived from you consciously filling up a space, you consciously flowing in that area where it becomes a routine, and that's what actually hardens it to manifest, aka come in time, in 3D world, in reality where you can see it. See, some people aren't even aware that they're doing this, period, though. So you're gonna always use your spirit, use your mind, always. You just might come up with a perspective that it's not you. So you'll lead yourself into always being disappointed and always not getting everything you really wanted. And always having to bound yourself to whatever you're thinking as. Whatever energy you're supporting, basically. So, actually, one second. One second. So, okay. My hair crazy, y'all. My ass. Listen, I need to get my hair done from my fucking mama. I need to get my hair done from mommy, cause my shit is flunked out right now. It's been like a month, and it's been like over a month. My hair's still soft though. Still soft, you know what I'm saying? Still moisture. I had to end up washing it myself. This shit, usually I go to her to do it, everything. Shout out to Montre. She already know. She enjoyed doing it as much as I like getting it done. Besides, I don't like sitting in one spot though. I can only sit in one spot by myself. And even then, not even. Alright, but so, yeah, so look. My bad, I went off on tangents. I went off on a tangent. So, you know, going back to the mental, right? So that's the mental period. Alright? That's the mental period. And usually I break down the word going from the right to the left, but you know, obviously everybody know what the next word is. Everybody know what that word is. Whether biasly, whether unbiased, whether on some bias that other people would probably consider to be like a racist or something. All that. Or like what's been done. All that shit. So I ain't got my contacts on. I feel like when I'm smoking, and I ain't got my contacts on in my phone far, I don't see nothing but my shape. Alright, so yeah, so anytime you're dealing with the mental, that's the mental, period, point blank, period. That's the other dimensions people talking about. That's when you basically are able to project thought, be logical, create lines, boundaries, restrictions, limits, logic, all that. You know, limitations, you know, all that, words, linguistic, longitude, bitch, because you see in the long haul where it's going. And it can only go up from there type shit. So it's only like, it's almost like you planning out or conducting what can actually come with the outside world, the external world, the reality, the expression, all this other shit. You can think, that's what I was talking about just now, and then you can hit it with the feeling or the way that it moves, vibe, the image turned into a vibe type shit. And that's based on whatever you're whatever you adapt to and visualize itself. So whatever you are routinely going back to and paying attention to as a new creation itself. Like however you can first start something to even think about or feel about. Because whatever your thought. So look, this is what I mean. Whatever your thoughts are in to begin with, that's what you actually are. That's your actual form or what you're paying attention to itself to even think and feel like that in the first place. Like, just pay attention to what I'm saying. So you can think and project, and then you can have a movement, aka motion, aka movie. Those are just words, but it's the actual mood of it. It's the actual what's happening and how that feels. As you can think a certain way when it comes down to it in reality, but how do you actually feel type shit about that thought? So, you know, some people got obligations where they be like, oh yeah, I gotta go see this family member or this person, you know. So the thought is, oh yeah, I'm gonna see them in reality regardless, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there, that's my face. But how you moving about it is, some people might be like, on the inside, they really feel like, man, but you know, this person might make me feel like just smothered and I want to tell them something, but I just, you know, don't want to. That's the feeling, you know. But other people can have feelings of, oh yeah, I'm just going to talk to them because, oh, I ain't seen them in a minute. Or it can be some slight mundane shit where it's like, oh, it's just the feeling of, oh yeah, they're just there. So those are all feeling portions of what you can think about, but it takes two to come together, and that's what you're actually looking at. That's what direction you're facing. It's just a portion of that direction, because you can't be it all. You can't be the all. You gotta be a portion of it to act as it. And if you have the ability to be, then that means we have the ability to be beyond and absent from the body and the mind, where you're just more in a space of overall how we got here in the first place. It's not up to one thing. It's not up to something. It's just up to nothing to know that, damn, beyond all this, some way, somehow down the line, none of, like, I could just be me, and however that you can do that. So everybody is different with how they can come up with that energy up. Beyond your thoughts, beyond how you feel, beyond how the world makes you feel, and beyond the universe in which we all create with our minds, project our thought, the logic behind it, and then the actual feeling, the motion, how it moves, like I was saying. And that's how we create the goddamn universe itself. So if you go beyond that, then it's just like nothing. It's nothing to say type shit. But that's how you know, but God or nothing got nothing to do with word. And we gotta realize that shit, man, for real. God damn, I'd be tired of it. So at that point, nobody's fighting over anything. Nobody's fighting over anything. know what I'm saying? Where everybody will kind of just realize that, damn, you're a portion, you're a piece of all of this, just like everybody else. Beyond what place you coming from, so place you coming from in this realm I'm talking about, or this perspective I'm talking about, what you have the way to view it too. It's just more about like how you coming, period. How. So it's where you coming from. It's who, what, when, where, why, how. But everything kind of reversed. So it's how and then when. So how and then when, as in what's the time portion that this spirit, this space, this piece of the all, this space awareness, observer ability that we all got. Because who else is looking at what you observing beyond your thoughts, all that? Not what you preserving, is who and how you're preserving it. So who is you and how is the way that the location that you're coming from, the spirit you're coming from. So yeah, so we'll realize that that's all we are. So then we can come up with like just you from that space. You can come up with all kind of shit. All kind of shit. Who am I to say what you can do? You can do anything, but you know, that's why you just gotta kind of go beyond yourself sometimes and get beside yourself. So stop getting beside yourself. Either way. Now, mental slavery. All right, because I kind of got off. Hold up. 17. That's not that bad. Yeah, mental slavery. That's God. That's the actual God, bro. But that has nothing to do with nothing how you feel. It's just that's what it is. So that's a sense of peace. So that's a sense but when you sense something, that means you're in a being there in the first place. I can't sense nothing that I'm not around. Now you can sense things in your mind, so you might travel further than actually physically going somewhere. But having a sense, period, even if you did it in your mind, that means you're in a place and you're in that feeling. So if you as a spirit, you as the observer is in that feeling. So that's how you can be with being in that space of just nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just there. Happening. SpongeBob. Yeah. I forgot what he said. He said, look, no bonds. Happening. Oh yeah. This is the greatest. Bruh, I don't know what episode it was, but it's SpongeBob. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, man, that's what I say, it's what I feel, you know what I'm saying? Mental slavery is nothing but you putting your ability to think and how you feel about that and put it together, and ultimately that's in the space you in, but direct it as you're being directed and you not being the director. So it's like you being a slave, so you eat, you sleep, aka you do what it feels when it wants to. So now you're being tagged along and you're just letting your mind run, basically. It don't matter if you got some type of justification or what. And see, me telling you this, you know these things. Me talking, it's like you know all of these things. Everybody do. So when I say things, don't be feeling like I'm like saying this like everybody don't know this. If you choose to feel a certain way, then that should just let you know what type of fight you've been fighting. Because I ain't really saying nothing wrong. These are just my interpretations. And if you got something wrong with it, then you got to really ask yourself, like, what am I really saying that's wrong, though? Not wrong, but what am I really saying that's actually so one-sided, or so anything that you think so fixated, so, you know, maybe abstract, too far out there. You know what I'm saying? If you think any of that, it's like, I mean, I'm just purely letting you know the best way I can. It's just a certain identification of a place that I'm coming from, specifically as a spirit. And I'm just putting out how I can represent my own space by letting y'all know, by coming the most lightest as possible, which is beyond how I think and shit like that, even though I like how I think. But, you know, taking liking this shit is different to me than how most might. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I take liking that deeply, but I know I could. I know I can if I wanted. But anyway, everybody got that. So you gotta be equilibrium. You gotta just be even kill with each other. Even kill with shit. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you know, you interact, everybody make mistakes as a spirit. So you're gonna have to find yourself not being so even kill in situations, but that should just let you know that as a space you've been getting kind of kicked, and you not being the one actually separating things, letting things go when it needs to, maybe, you know what I'm saying? You're not actually speaking up or something like that. So that's the shit right there, man. So you letting your mental like let you go, so that means everything you feel, everything you think, everything you see as. That's why it's good to know your goddamn natal, because that'll tell you that. Like me, man, I be into spirituality, man. I be into spirituality, man. Not no truth, not none of that. Like, what's the truth? What's the answer? Not none of that. Just about we here and what type of whole thing beyond society and just even the energy sometimes are telling us. So that's just what I be on. And that's all kind of experiences that float after that. But, you know, I know at some point I got to separate from that even and to just do other things. I got sun in 12th house, you feel me? I got to be, and it's Leo, I got to be expressive sometimes, not be so just preachy. I know sometimes I got to be more Aquarius in the 6th house planet. I got to be more associated with my way of conducting, my way of thinking, and thinking as other people and coming in my way and being myself, but other people can relate that in some way. Some 11th house, innovation, change, association energy, you feel me? So, but with my work and my job, you know, so I got all kind of shit. But sometimes you gotta separate from all that, you know? So that's why I say you gotta know your natal. Know your fucking natal. Hit me up. Tribal 9447 on Instagram, or the vessel 92. And then or you can hit my email, watts.aaron25@gmail. Feel me? So Panzu, hey, Panzu, come here, 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 Panzu. What's up, boy? What's up, boy? Come here, Panzu. He's stretching. What up, Panzu? He's stretching. Bro, you were the easiest dog ever, bro. I don't know what the hell this girl talking about. Sorry. But he must have stepped on his goddamn his goddamn alarm system. Yeah, he must have stepped on that shit. Not stepped, goddamn, he must have like accessed it somehow. Anyways. Yeah, man. Come here. Panzu. Yo, man, we just be chilling in this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got scared. I was doing a reading and I went live after it. And I was like, I was on some powerful energy type shit, like just the way that I'm coming and how I produce the energy and the fruit that I produce would be kind of some good shit and it'd be some strong shit or some abstract shit where it's like, damn. So I'd be having some summoning, I'd be summoning some flunked out spirits and the dog like, wait a minute, what's going on? He ain't fuck with me. He kept walking away from me and shit. Not kept, I ain't walk up to him, but like he came and then he kept like crying. He just like went away from me. But he just misses his motherfucking mommy. He just misses his goddamn mommy. You feel me? Motherfucking flunked out here, bro. God damn. Here we go all kind of ways, bro. But yeah, man. Alright, that's better. Hell. But yeah, man. That's mental slavery. Be open, y'all. The world has changed. The world is yours, but you ain't entitled to nothing, though. And I swear to y'all, I just be going live because, nigga, I can't even post no, unless I use this phone. I cannot post no fucking YouTube videos. It's fucking crazy. They don't let me in this certain font, I guess, but it's like, bro, I done tried to edit it. They still be talking about they don't let me. Like, what kind of shit is that? I know I've been just kind of like talking this whole time. I mean, like, not talking. Of course I'm talking. I've been like, kind of like drifting off, not really talking about shit the past like probably 5 minutes. But it's all good. I'm just kind of peaceful right now. I'm chilling. By the way, it is 5 in the morning. Well, it's 6:40, but I got here at like 4:30 type shit. So like in the morning. So like yeah, I gotta save that. Anyways, y'all, I'm fucks with y'all. Like I said, shout out to my consultations and my readings. I got like a lot of different types, you know. So I screenshot it, or you can come up with your own type. Let me know like what you would kind of want read. Some people got different things in mind. Some people think, you know, like childhood trauma type of thing. Some people think business, or some people think, yeah, that type of job they would do or something like that. You know, using the birth chart in the natal, your sun sign, moon sign, Jupiter, all this other shit, and the places that they come from, which is the area. So, yeah, all of that. Hit me up. Like I said, that's mental slavery. Don't get flunked. A lot of y'all in mental slavery because you constantly put your views on something that really don't matter when it's all said and done. And remember, matter is what we put our minds into to make matter. You make things matter in your mind. So you're making it up by putting energy to it, because that's your, so you thinking about it and feeling about it is energy, period. So, you know, you make motherfucking matters worse and shit. Fuck, I forgot my damn point. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you putting your energy on something, period. So it got something to do with you just making your energy matter where it don't need to. So ultimately, none of that is gonna come to nothing besides nothing that you want, period. Like, you're not gonna feel exactly satisfied with anything you get, no matter if it's a lot, or you might just get frustrated to not even get anything from that area. But that lets you know mentally, the area you put your mind in ain't mixing. The elements ain't the same, or maybe you're not in your element, or maybe, though, like I said, your element is good, but the element and the environment don't fit you, so you don't get the benefits because it's not quite in the space that you need to derive those thoughts from in the first place. So y'all ultimately gonna die with nothing that you got. You just got drained. Remember, every scary movie is actually what's being done to you. Not every scary movie, but like every movie, like, or like a character that's considered like a bad one, like, so, you know, a vampire or like a werewolf, something evil, a demon. They all do what? They spew blood from you, or suck blood from you, or eat you, or something like that. Monster. That's just being done to you ultimately. You getting your blood taken from the subconscious realm, because that's where it starts anyway. And then it'll end up being sometimes these creatures that manifested into human forms like you, that's more empowered, that do these certain rituals. They might end up really eating you, because that, I mean, shit, that will have you like lasting longer, I think, when it's all said and done. Especially if it's practically all the way down to their routine goes back to how you raised them to be, how you constructed their minds to be. You know, super biased, extremely one-sided thinking, you know, not being able to, them knowing that they can't use their own thoughts and their feelings because they don't know that they're just themselves, you know. That shit. This is how like technically people actually do eat you, but really it's just them mentally draining you and eating you. And that's what I brought up the vampires for. Because that's what's being done to you. You think you gotta suck dry the environment or something like that. You gotta get things where it get in. And that's just not how it is. But that's what that type of worldly view, aka you being in a world and you viewing, so you thinking that's how it is, and so you're gonna interact with them thoughts and end up manifesting a situation, whether you get a regular job and all these other shits, bad relationship, all this shit. And then you'll be drained, period. It's the reflector. It'll reflect what you choose to neglect. I ain't even mean to do that. But yeah, bitch. It's my light form. That's how you travel in that realm.